I know that you will have interviewed politicians, celebrities, chief executives. You must have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of media interviews. Is there any kind of like horror shows you can talk us through where the the interview subject has just completely got it wrong?
I'm going to have to protect the names to spare their blushes, I think. But I do remember one of my first really big interviews, possibly more than 20 years ago now. And I went to the minister's office at the Treasury. It was one of my first big ones. I'm pretty sure it was almost his first as a minister. And I had my whole, slew of questions ready. And I just kept getting like one word answers. And I don't know whether he was nervous or hadn't been properly prepared. But obviously, I just ran out of things to say really quite quickly. And I could sort of see the in-house guy, the PR guy, panicking slightly to my left. And I didn't know what to do, really. I was a bit young. I was a cub reporter. So I just had to go back to the office and make do with what I had. But then sometimes you do interviews with very important figures in really odd places. So I once interviewed Richard Branson at his seat on the plane over the Atlantic. When I was going on, I used to go on some of these Virgin inaugural press trips. And I actually really liked him, but you wouldn't think it to see him because he's always such a big, gregarious character. But if you look back at a lot of his media stuff, you'll see he doesn't speak. It's all sort of pageantry. And as nice as he was very, very nervous. And he clearly found one-to-one interviews really tricky, even sitting on his own plane in his seat first class. And then we get to the country and you'd see him pictures, arms around people, jumping up and down. And I thought, well, this is just, there's no relationship to the man I just spoke to. And I think you see how people, they find their niche and they do what they're good at. And so that was a bit of an eye-opener for me. And I have lots of other stories like that, but possibly shouldn't disclose too many in public.